Okay, guys, it's raining. I'm driving home. You're going to hear a lot of sounds. You're going to hear rain. You're going to hear wheels. You're going to hear the whole 9 yards, okay? I'm on my way home now from the theater from watching The Substance. Guys, I don't even know how to talk about this movie. I really don't. It's the best movie I've seen. Like, I'm so sorry. The spoilers. But the way it turns into some Scream Queens, like Carrie type shit at the end, I'm so sorry. Like, that was something else. Like, that was truly extraordinary. And, like, I don't say that. I never say the word extraordinary, but that was extraordinary. If you haven't seen the movie and you're interested in watching it, it's like a mix of that Netflix show Lookism, the movie Black Swan with Natalie Portman, and Perfect Blue, that anime movie. That is what that movie, like, encapsulates, all of those things. And honestly, it's just really fucking good. Demi Moore is the queen of the full nude frontal. She's the queen of it. The first pair of Hollywood tits I've ever seen in my life were Demi Moore's. I don't know what movie it was. My mom was watching it. I came into her room and I saw full Demi Moore frontal. And I was like, what the hell? What are you watching, Mom? But it was just so iconic. Demi Moore couldn't be ugly if she tried. I'm so sorry. But the movie, let's talk about, like, the message, right? Well, because everybody who watches things and reads things will get something different out of it. The message I got, especially, like, towards the end, was that society, men, expectations will make you fucking hate yourself until you literally deform yourself trying to, trying to be beautiful. You will deform yourself. You will break the rules. You will do anything. Step on your own fucking neck to be beautiful. To be young forever. Like, youth. There's this relationship between womanhood and youth that I feel like men can only understand, like, in, like, the realm of sports. Like, oh yeah, like, my knees are bad, I can't, an NBA player who has bad knees because of old age, right? He can't do his thing anymore, right? That is the only equivalent I can think of. And honestly, I don't even think it compares. The pressure that women, especially women in Hollywood, any woman with, like, notoriety has to stay young and beautiful forever, it's just insane. It's the most toxic system ever. And so the way I interpreted the ending was, like, it was over the top. It was campy. It was Scream Queens. But at the same time, it was like, you all, because it was the audience that this big monster. Okay, hold on. Let me kind of explain what happened, just in case, you didn't watch it and you're just watching my video because you like me or whatever. The whole premise of the movie is basically this woman has to follow these rules. She's getting older, right? And she has to follow these rules in order to create, like, an avatar of herself as a young woman. So she follows these rules up until it's inconvenient, right? Like, you can only be young for 7 days. 7 days later, you have to go back to your, like, old person body, right? And each time you break the rules, your original body, like, a piece of it dies, pretty much. And so obviously she gets addicted. It's literally like, there's drug symbolism and all that shit, right? She gets addicted to being young. And, just one more day. And she's like without a care in the world for what it's doing to her original body, right? Because she's young and she's, oh my God, like, it's so nice being young, until she's at the point where she can't even, like, it's really, like, you really do have to watch the movie to get it, for real, for real. Like, Demi Moore has always been that girl, like, when it comes to acting, but the girl who played her younger self really killed it. Like, I'm so sorry. She bodied that fucking role. That was a masterpiece. And it was so rich and so full, and maybe, in the future I'll make a video essay about it for real, because this is just me in my car yapping about it real quick, because I'm in shock. The last 10 minutes of that movie are absolutely shocking. But it just goes to show, like, women will literally destroy themselves just to, like, retain youth, just to retain beauty. And we do this to ourselves because of the society we live in places all value of a woman on her, like, looks. Her entire value is determined by her looks and youth. It was just brilliant. The last 10 minutes, so since the main character wasn't following the rules, the next time she tries to be young again, it creates this big, disgusting, disturbing monster. And the monster is so delusional about itself that it appears on TV, business as usual. And the crowd sees how disgusting and malformed and gross it is, and they start trying to destroy it. And everybody in the audience gets blood on them. Why? Because everyone in the audience is responsible for making women feel that way about themselves. That's how I interpreted it. Everybody was bloody in the end. The younger bitch, the older bitch, and everybody in the audience. There was a little girl even in the audience. Everybody is responsible for it because we all play a role in upholding it, right? Like, how many times has it been women harder on you than actually men to uphold, like, misogyny? I mean, it might be less than men, but women uphold misogyny too. And they hold each other to it, right? Like, especially in, like, middle school, like, elementary sort of years. Like, you dress like a boy. Your eyebrows are too thick. Oh my God, you have a mustache. Like, shit like that. Women who are different or, like, outliers or don't, like, subscribe to the status quo, sometimes it's another woman who is that quick to put you in your place, quote, 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 right? Which is literally just them upholding misogyny. And, like, we all have internalized misogyny, right? So, like, I saw it peeking out for myself once. I was watching some movie and there was a sex scene of an older couple. And I was like, ugh, I don't want to see no old ass couple, like, having sex. That's gross. Why? Why is it gross? Because they're old, right? It's not gross. It's life. Old people have sex, right? It's just, I have this internalized misogyny that I don't want to see no old fucking lady without her clothes on. And so we all have to hold ourselves accountable to that, because that's what I think the message was at the end. We've all created that monster that was at the end. And guys, it was hysterical. It was loud. It was camp. It was literally giving Scream Queen at the end. Like, and the part that, like, broke my soul wide open was where and obviously this isn't going to make sense if you didn't watch the movie. She kills herself. She kills the older version of herself so the younger can just live. But, that's against the rules. So they both end up, like, falling apart and, like, dying. But she kills herself. And you can just see how much like self-hatred she has for her older self. And it broke my fucking heart. It really did. It really, really did. And it's giving me a lot to think about. Like contrasting that movie to the Barbie movie, it's like night and day. Whereas the Barbie movie is this like hopeful view on like women. Like Barbie decides at the end, like, I want to age. I want to be a real woman. Like, you know, she sits next to an old woman and she's like, you're so beautiful. Just like the ability to age is just this beautiful thing to Barbie, right? Like, and that's why ultimately she decides to stop being a doll and to be a human, like at the end, because she wants to age and etc. This movie, if Barbie's a hopeful movie, this movie is like the 100% 180, like 360 from that. Like no, there is no hope. Like, this is what society has created, and you're going to look it in the eye, and you're going to hear it, and you're going to feel it, and you're going to experience it. This is the beast of your making. And by your, the movie means all of us. Women, men, children. That's what I got out of the movie. I don't know. I was just mesmerized the entire film. It's gory. It's disgusting. It's brutal. It's gripping. It's real. Like, it's, oh my God. I take movies and shit way too seriously, but like, I honestly think that was a work of art. Like, that was genuinely a work of art. And I know people probably would think the ending was stupid or like weird or too what the fuck, but I think it was perfect. I genuinely, I couldn't have done it better. It was very much giving like the end of Black Swan when she's like, I was perfect. Like right before she dies. It was giving Perfect Blue. It was giving Lookism. Definitely watch Lookism if you haven't seen that show on Netflix. Anyways, I'm going to go inside the house now. Good talk. I hope everybody watches this movie, The Substance. Go watch it if you have.